Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's just math, y'all. We can do this. Alright, today we are going to be looking at functions. We're going to look at introduction to functions, okay? Alright, let's see. Here we go. Introduction to functions. So we got a couple of vocabs that we want to look at. Before we jump in, don't forget to look at your objective sheet. Now I'm going to go through part 2, A, B, and C. And then you find another set of videos on D. Okay, so let's get started on this. 2A, B, C, and D, introduction. All right, back to our PowerPoint. So these are some vocab. We have what we call a relation, which is just a set of ordered pairs. Now, a relation can be special. It's called a function if it's special. And this is where each x has only one y. We talk about that we can't have a 2 times an x. We'll look at some of that in a few minutes. But x can only have one y. And that's it. So we have to look for that. Now the domain is the set of all possible x values for a relation. And a range is the set of all possible y values for a relation. So now relations or functions can come in different formats. And so we have to be able to look at different formats of relations. So 3 different formats are here. We have a list format, equation format, and we have graph format. And so let's look at each one of these and determine if they are a function. In the list category, again, the key to the relation being a function is only each x has only one y. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for repeated x's. And so if we see here in the list of the x coordinates, the 3 is repeated. So this is not a function because the 3 is repeated. So now when we look through the next one, if I look at my x's, there's no repeating. So this one is a function. And then the last one, let's look carefully. 3, 7, 8 looks good, but hey, 4. It's got a repeated y. Is this a function? Yes, it is a function because it does not matter if the y is repeating or not, just if the x is repeating. So we're looking for no repeating x's. No repeating x's or no 2 timing x's. Alright? Now, in an equation, what we do to determine if something isn't got a repeating x or not is we solve it for y. If we can solve it for y and we don't have 2 things, then it is a function. So now obviously the first one is already solved for y, so yes, it is a function. Now the next one, it's not solved for y, but I could solve it for y without too much trouble. I would just have to divide both sides by x, and then it's solved for y. So yes, it is a function, because I can solve it for y. And then now the third one, this is the one that's not a function. Because if I try to solve this for y, I have to take the square root of both sides. So if I take the square root of that, that's fine. But we also remember from our last unit, when we did the square root of both sides, we always had this plus minus thing going on. And we always ended up with 2 answers, a positive one and a negative one. And so this one is not, it's not a function because there are 2 x's here, okay? So, 2 answers for a single x. All right, so it's not a function. Okay, now for graphs, we have a little vertical line test. I'm trying to find a good color. I'm going to try this green. For the graph, we do the vertical line test. And basically, we just draw a line through the middle of our function and see if it crosses more than once. And so when I take a vertical line and run it through here, it's only going one crossing. This little green line is only crossing in one place. Whoa! I can't get it to do what I want it to do. Oh well. That little green line is only crossing in one place, so yes, it is a function. Yes, function. And if I did it over here, only one place. No matter where I draw that line, it's only crossing at one location. So yes, function. Same with this one. If I draw it here, it only crosses once. If I draw it here, it only crosses once. So yes, it is a function. But this circle, if I cross it, has two partners. So no, not a function. Again, we're looking for that double x, the 2 times an x. And so that's what that vertical line represents. We could just pretend that vertical line on that circle would say -2. That vertical line represents -2, and I've got a point on the north side and a point underneath, and I've got 2 values for x, so it's not a function. Okay, let's keep moving. So that's your introduction on how to determine if a function from a list, an equation, or graph. We did the 2A.